Hi guys, it's BetterHelp. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a really special one because today is World Mental Health Day, which is the day marking the end of a year-long campaign by the World Health Organization to bring awareness to the issue of depression. There's a platform called BetterHelp, which is an online counseling service which allows people to sign up and get a licensed counselor within 24 hours, which is, obviously something really great to be able to do that from your own home. And they reached out to me and asked if I would be a part of their kind of online thing that they're doing as a part of World Mental Health Day to raise awareness and break the stigma of depression and mental illness. Now, this video is sponsored in the way that there is an affiliate link, a link down below. You can probably see it in the first line of the description box. And what that means is that if anyone signs up to BetterHelp to use their services, that will kind of make some kind of percentage income to me. It's an affiliate link, that's what they do. I only agreed to do this video if any kind of money from that affiliate link program we can then donate to either suicide prevention or some kind of mental health charity. I don't care about the money, I care about people feeling like they can talk about depression and mental illness, and of course I want to be a part of something that raises that kind of awareness and openness. If anyone ends up using my affiliate link and any kind of money does end up in that pot, I will talk with BetterHelp and we will come up with an idea of where we should donate that. And I will make a video for you guys letting you know what money was made, where we're donating it, and I will show you like the receipts of us donating. I will 100% be accountable. That is the only reason I kind of agreed to do a sponsored video when it's to do with mental health. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about BetterHelp. As I said, it's an online platform where users can sign up and gain access to a licensed counselor within 24 hours of signing up. When you sign up on the platform, you will answer a questionnaire which the algorithm on BetterHelp will then assign you to a therapist. And if for any reason you don't like the therapist that you're matched with, it's really, really easy to change. And there's also filters that you can kind of put in for finding a therapist or counselor. So if you want someone that's female, LGBTQ friendly, someone that has kind of a religious background, those are all options as well, which I think is really good, because one thing about therapy and counseling is you need to find the right one. And BetterHelp goes to great lengths to make sure that you find a therapist that you are comfortable with and that's going to understand your needs. You can schedule as many sessions per week with your counselor as long as it fits with their schedule. And anytime in between sessions, you have the ability to contact them via email or text. Their plans start from as low as $35 a week. I've paid 90 euros per session and had 1 to 2 sessions per week when I was in therapy. So $35 a week to me sounds super, super affordable, and I think I'm actually going to use their services myself. If you're struggling or you feel like you'd like to speak to someone and you'd like to do it from your own home, I really encourage you to check out BetterHelp. My link is below in the description box, and as I said, it's an affiliate link. I want to be really, really honest and clear about that, but I only agreed to do this if anything that comes from that affiliate link we donate to mental health charity or suicide prevention. I think would be a great one. So, all right, now let me start with my video. So BetterHelp wanted me to share my own story about depression, and before I do, I want to say a few things about depression. Depression can affect anyone. It can affect people for no reason. It can affect people after they've had a traumatic experience. It can affect people because they've been abusing substances. Sometimes substance abuse is because of depression. I kind of think of depression somewhat like oxygen. You can't see it, you don't know where it is, you don't have any way to stop it getting to you if it's gonna get to you. It can touch anyone, whether they are in what kind of economic situation, no matter their race or age or anything. Like literally, it is something that can affect anyone. What I think is the worst thing about depression is that there's still a stigma around it, and it's still kind of weird to talk about, and people are still afraid to get help. The most dangerous thing about depression is that it can lead to suicide. The reason I mention stigma as being such a big thing with depression, I think personally, that needs to be broken down is because the story I'm going to share really relates to the stigma and how that can affect someone. The story that I'm going to share is the story about my dad. When I was 7, I remember coming home from school, and normally my grandmother would meet me, and for some reason my mom was there, and it was just weird. I didn't really know what was going on, and my mom was trying to like get rid of my grandma. The grandma was my dad's mom, and she didn't speak great English and we didn't speak great Croatian. So I remember my mom was just trying to like, my grandma was like, why are you here? Like, I'm picking Lucky up, like what's going on? And my mom was just kind of like, it's fine, like go kind of thing, trying to get rid of her. It was just strange, and I was like, okay. And I went home and my mom sat me down, and she had a friend with her, and I could see that my mom was upset, and she had to try and explain to a 7-year-old what suicide is. And I think my memory's not great. I was 7 years old, I'm 32 now, it was so long ago. I remember my mom saying something like, you know, your dad isn't well. Stuff is hard for your dad. It's not easy for your dad, and it's been so hard for him lately. You know, it's really sad, but he decided that he couldn't go on anymore, and he decided that he wanted to die. And I think I'm really glad that my mom didn't lie or sugarcoat things. I didn't really understand, but I wouldn't have understood anyway, no matter what. You know, it's so hard to comprehend at that age. But that's how my mom explained it, and I actually think that's a really perfect way to explain suicide, that someone is really struggling, and they're struggling so hard that they feel like they can't anymore, and they decide that they can't. And the thing about this is that we think that my dad was suffering from depression for a long, long time, and that the reason he chose to end his own life was because of the stigma of being mentally ill and having depression. Our kind of understanding of the situation, without him really telling us this, you know, it's only what could be grasped by my mom and his brother, was that he, you know, had this problem and had this depression, and he felt like if he was to reach out for help and see a psychiatrist, you know, back then it was like, oh my God, no. And his family is a Catholic family, that it would bring so much shame onto his family that the better thing to do would just be to end everything. Sounds crazy, because going to therapy and seeing a psychiatrist or a therapist or anyone is like, there's no shame in that at all. It's actually incredibly brave to reach out for help. However, this person with his family background felt that it was just not really an option, and he never felt safe enough or able enough to reach out for help. That affected me later on much more than it affected me then. As I said, I didn't really know what was going on. I've always had a really big compassion for suicide and for depression because of that. I never was angry at him. I just felt incredibly sad that he felt so bad that he couldn't go on anymore. And I think that today, I would hate to think that there is still a stigma, so much so that people are too afraid to get help, because there can be life after depression. There can be life with depression. There's so much more that can happen after feeling like you've hit your bottom. That's my story. It's quite personal. I don't mind sharing it because this is something that's really close to my heart, and something that I live with and deal with, and I'm always open to talk about. And if I could have any tiny little part in raising awareness for depression and breaking down the stigma of depression for World Mental Health Day, I am super, super honored to be able to be a part of this. It's it's a major honor for me. So that's my story, guys. Please, if you need help, please reach out. Please check out the BetterHelp website, give it a look, see what it's about. Maybe you could forward it to a friend if you know they've been looking for a therapist and they can't afford one, or there's not a good one in their area. Please share the link, share this video if you think it would help someone. Just talk about it. And actually, the hashtag for the whole movement by the World Health Organization is #Let'sTalk, which is great because, you know, we need to be open about this stuff. So #Let'sTalk. This was my story about depression, and the link is under the description box. Please give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more videos on depression. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you checked out the website, give me your feedback. What do you think about their website? Yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day and all finding a reason to keep pushing and keep getting out of bed when you can.